The thing that everybody's asking today, is this really unique to Bill Ackman? Because he really did go out on a limb for this company. Or is this a broader issue about how hedge funds are investing?
Yeah, I think it definitely speaks to the broader issues that we're seeing at Valeant, but certainly, as you mentioned, Bill Ackman and Pershing Square have really been a champion for the company. The joining of several of Pershing Square members to Valeant's board was sort of seen as a signal that there could be a turnaround at the company, and that was definitely a positive during all of the struggles that the company had been facing about a year ago. But certainly, their exit today does question the future growth of the company and the ability to turn the story around.
Listen, there's a lot of schadenfreude going around New York City, I think, today about Bill Ackman, and we want to recognize that. I mean, a lot of people are rooting against him. It's tough. You make mistakes. It happens. At the same time, he was deeply involved in this company when it ran into troubles. Was the fundamental problem really in their structure, that they would buy cheap drugs that had been around and just jack up the prices, or was it a more fundamental issue within the company?
Yeah, so definitely the pricing is an issue that was something that was just not sustainable at the company. The M&A activity was also just simply not sustainable. The company really built itself up through a series of acquisitions in a very short period of time, which landed them with over $30 billion in debt. After the Philidor issue, which was the specialty pharmacy that Valeant had been using to prop up prices, after that whole debacle sort of settled out and Bill Ackman came out and said the story can turn around, lawsuits have happened, this isn't the end for the company. He had actually claimed a $448 price target for the company, and now, we're trading around $11 per share at best. So that certainly indicates his confidence previous to the news that we received yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. And we got the news yesterday. It didn't help the stock one bit. As we said, the shares are down. What's the future of this company? I mean, there had been some good news actually coming out of it. Can it survive on its own, or is it really an acquisition candidate?
Yeah, it's sort of one step forward, two steps back with this company. We see a drug approval, and then the next day we see a delay with another approval. And we saw early last week that the company did successfully sell some of its assets, which has been part of the plan, which allowed them to pay down $1.1 billion in debt. But at the same time, they announced a restructuring to their financing, which gave some pause in terms of the actual growth opportunities after the company really just reported and said that they would be able to meet debt pay down. So there is a question of growth,
right.
And looking at some of the key franchises, we see lagging volume and still negative price pressure.